From the famous dude getting thrown through the subway glass video.
I was just gonna bring that up, dude. I can't believe that shit happened.
That was Towson, baby.
That went like internet viral, like big time viral.
Big time viral.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. I think it ends with the cop like dragging the dude through the mirror who gets punched through it. And it's like, come on, that's the wrong guy. Dude.
That when I watch shit like that, my first and immediate thought is always how much it must suck to be the guy that happened to, and knowing that video is now seen by every fucking person in the world. Like
every couple of years, everyone remembers about it.
It's like, dude, like that's why getting in a street fight these days is remarkably more risky than getting in an altercation back when our parents were growing up. Because you get in a bar fight,
life shattering.
Yeah, dude,
it's like the dude's version of doing porn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would rather do porn than lose a fight on the internet. Easily, dude. You know the second any harsh words are exchanged where people start to get a sense that something's about to pop off, everybody's got their phone out. They're recording. And they're waiting and they're hoping.
The first time you hear Worldstar, as you're like getting your fucking hands up, you're like, God damn it, my life's over.
Exactly, dude.
Life's over,
exactly.
Dude.
One of us is gonna hate our lives for the rest of our life because this is going to get posted and it's gonna go fucking viral. And then for the rest of my life, I'm gonna have to put in my fucking Bumble profile from here on out. Yeah, I'm the guy who got thrown through the subway window. Bad night for me. Not my best showing.
Yeah, I'm more of a Jimmy John's guy now.
Yeah, dude. That I mean, just the idea of getting knocked out in general. Like, there's always like when we watch those fight comps or anything like that, I always get skeeved out. Just the prospect of getting KO'd in front of people.
Yeah.
For me, it's not even about the pain or the health risk of getting knocked out. It's literally 98.9%.
Like embarrassment.
1.1% is me being concerned for my physical health. And the rest is just pure clout.
Having to live it down.
Just, I mean, whatever girl you're with at the time is not going to be your girlfriend anymore, dude. You can't watch
You
can't watch your boyfriend get knocked out and stay with him. It's just just too hard.
That's like, that's definitely it right up there behind like I don't know, what are other things that would happen in front of a girl that would instantly just fucking clock her down? I'd say like, low on the list is not being able to change like a tire or something, I bet.
Yeah. There are certain things that as a man you should know how to do, and there's no fucking excuse. And changing a tire is one. If you as a grown-ass man have to pull over on the side of the road and call AAA with your girlfriend in the passenger seat, hang it up, dude.
Dude, she's leaving with the tow truck driver.
Exactly. Hang it up. You're going to let another man come and jack up your car.
Yeah, jack up your car and tow away that bitch.
Yeah, exactly, dude. You failed, dude. You fucking failed. Now, I will say this as a caveat to what we were just saying. I think the circumstances are different depending on what the fight was about. If you were somebody who started the fight and you get KO'd, I think that's a much more embarrassing situation than if like you had no choice but to fight. Like if somebody like slapped your girl's ass or something like that. Like if a fucking NFL football player just decided he was gonna grab my girlfriend's ass and I was like, fuck, my only two options are act like I didn't see it and then be a bitch, or confront him about it and get my ass kicked and be a bitch. And so it's like, I know I'm not gonna beat fucking, this guy in a fight. He's gonna beat my ass, but I gotta stand up for my girlfriend. If you get fucked up in that situation, that's totally different. I watched a guy, one of my coworkers, when I was at Melting Pot. We were all at CVP drinking one night, and there was another guy who worked at another bar. I think he works at World Beer now. This is probably like 4 years ago. And we were all at CVP drinking, and he was fucked up beyond belief, my coworker. And he was leaned on the bar, drinking whiskey straight, just like shooting it. And he was just spitting on the ground, just You know how you
Oof.
like when you're super fucking drunk and
Yeah.
you're about to
Or
throw
like
up
you're
and
about
you
to
start
throw up.
yeah. So he
You
was
got too
doing
much
that
saliva in your mouth.
exactly. So he was just spitting on the ground. And the guy, the other bartender at a different place, was sitting next to him and was like, "Hey, bro, stop doing that, man. Somebody's got to clean that up. You work in the industry. You should know better." And he was like, and then the coworker, my coworker, was like, "Fuck you, dude." He's all fucking out of his fucking mind, drunk at this point. He's like, "Fuck you, bro, man. I fucking blah blah blah." And then so the guy was like, "Whatever, dude." And then my coworker was like, "Fuck it, man. You want to fucking come outside? Fuck, tell me like a man to fucking do this shit." And and the other bartender was like, "All right, fuck it, man. Let's go outside." He stands up and fucking slaps his thighs. And as soon as I fucking saw him do that, I knew it was all over. I was like,
Yeah.
this guy was way too ready to go outside and fight.
Oh,
Like, this is
yeah.
not a good situation. Like, my coworker, decent,
Yeah,
decently.
but he's like drunk off his ass.
He's fucked up beyond belief, and he's a relatively smaller guy. He can handle himself for his size, but this guy was like a bigger guy.
yeah.
Came to find out he like
Muscular
wrestled and
thighs.
boxed, muscular thighs. He had to fucking slap him just to get out of this fucking seat. And like, dude, they walked outside. My coworker threw one punch, and the guy like basically like Superman caught the punch with his hand, grabbed the back of my coworker's head and just like side threw him face first into the cement. Dude, he threw my coworker's face. He grabbed the back of not one punch was thrown.
Yeah.
It was he threw a punch, the other guy grabbed his head, threw his face into the sidewalk. His head bounced off the sidewalk. He tried to get up. He like tried to stand up. And then he just fell back over again. His head was bleeding. He spat out a tooth.
Oh.
And the worst part of the whole situation was his girlfriend was standing right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a double KO.
Oh my god, dude.
Because and not even just for because for the girlfriend, he was the aggressor. He asked for the fight to start, lost it, but also being in such a fucked up state and like not being able to handle yourself, that's the double KO.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting at is like
the triple KO was also him getting knocked out.
yeah, that was a triple K. That was a TKO for sure, triple KO. But
is that what TKO stands for?
No, that'd be funny though.
Or
you got knocked
is it
out.
total knockout?
Technical knockout. A TKO is when they stop the fight because you're just not able to fucking like the referee will just stop the fight. He'll be like, "Look, you're not
you're
able
a
to
bitch.
fucking you're a bitch.
Look,
you're
you
getting
fucking suck, dog.
like, dude, you're getting fucked up right now. Let's all be honest with ourselves. This is over." That's a TKO. But in wrestling, they have a technical fall. Fall is another word for pin, where if at any point you get ahead of your opponent by 15 points or more, they just stop the match and say you technically got pinned. You got fucked up so much in this wrestling match. We're just gonna stop it.
Yeah, get out of here.
He's beating you by 15 fucking points, dude. Give it a rest. But yeah. But that was the most terrible part of the situation is that he was the kind of, and the thing is, and this is something that was weird about understanding psychology is this guy that I'm talking about that got knocked out, he would always get in fights. And he didn't always win them. He won some and he lost some as well. But he just liked fighting. And when he came back into work the next day or like a week later after his face healed, he didn't give a fuck. He was like, he literally said to me, he was like, "Yeah, man, you win some, you lose some."
Jeez.
He just
Can't
loved the
believe
game.
that.
He loved the game. And honestly, when he said that, I was like, all right, respect then. Fuck it. Like, all right, like you're living your life, bro. I can't knock you for that.
Yeah. I mean, respect on that, but also just like what kind of fucked up shit happened in his life that he is like that?
Definitely did not have the best childhood, I'll say that. Definitely had a fucked up life situation as far as I was aware. So, I mean, it all checks out. It's all, it all makes sense. But, that's kind of one of those moments when, like, we tend to think of things in terms of how we would respond if we were in those situations. But the flaw in that thinking is that at the same way that I would have felt had that happened to me in that situation, you also have to give a certain amount of credit to I wouldn't have been in that situation because I'm not the type of person to do that. Yeah. So if we wound up outside, it would literally be because I had no other choice but to step outside with this guy. And like I said before, if that was the case and I got fucked up, it's a different situation because it's like, well, Jimmy didn't want to fight. Like, he just, he had to, and he got fucked up. Like, everybody knows, there's gonna be somebody out in the world that can beat your ass unless you're the fucking world heavyweight champion UFC fighter. So like, everybody's got somebody that can fuck him up. So
Yeah.
it's not just losing a fight that's bad; it's the circumstances.